Queer cats are tone setters, the same reason my main legion of chrome wetters. With long cheddar, mixed with lines written, no time slipping. When we rhyme spitting, divine mission. Since the house days, GA Grandma left DJ Tam to outrage. The South stays, about that Beretta clapping, lines balanced with
Head on over to Spotify and all other streaming platforms. Check out the NoMercyTV Podcast. Yo, what's good, y'all? No Mercy. Trap New York shit. NoMercyTV.com. You know what time it is, man. If there's one thing I've ever learned in life from being outside, it's not to trust a Brooklyn nigga. You feel me? Let's talk about this Math Hoffa firing knowledge to God from my expert opinion. First of all, it's so many ways this can go, because to be honest with you, I don't even know how real this is. I don't know if it's a troll. You'll never know. Like, especially with the tweets that was going back and forth, like with knowledge being on some misfit, space ghost, help me. Like he on that type of time. You feel me? I think Hip Hop is Real from their Twitter. They posted we was on the verge of $1 million deal, and Knowledge saying Math is being greedy, all this other shit. So I don't know how real this is, you know. But if it's a troll, hey, you got us, I guess, you feel me? But if this is 100% real, Math is pretty much firing Knowledge for the Goodz interview that Hip Hop is Real just dropped. You know what the funny thing is? That Goodz interview, whenever I open my YouTube app, that shit was staring me right in the face for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe coincidence or whatever. But every time I open my YouTube app, that interview was sitting right there. And it, for some reason, it must have just been saying, nigga, watch me. I never watched it until I seen that Knowledge got fired. And people were saying it's from the Goodz interview. So I watched the interview. First of all, I'm going to keep it a buck. Goodz did not want to do that interview. He did not want to be talking about Math again. That was clearly product placement for his cologne. If you see the 3 cologne bottles right there. Goodz did not want to do that interview. You feel me? And also, I feel like with how Knowledge is in terms of like being an interviewer, I don't know. It's one of those things where like people know Knowledge, but I don't know how many people really like rock with him. You understand? Like, I feel like when Goodz is doing certain interviews with people, like let's say he do a 15 minutes of fame interview, you see him and Uncle Rell like joking around and things of that nature. But to me, body language kind of tells you everything. Look at the way he's looking at Knowledge. Like, it's a lot of signs there that he may not be that comfortable with doing an interview with Knowledge. Like, you feel me? I don't know if maybe because he don't rock with Son, or it could possibly be because he know that that's Math man in terms of the whole my expert opinion thing, and he just don't know where the interview is gonna go. So, you know, he's kind of being like on his guard or whatever. So it could be one of those things. But I don't feel like Goodz looked at it as like, okay, he called me for this interview. I'm gonna use it as advertising space, as product placement space in terms of, you know, getting the cologne brand out there and, you know, things of that nature. So that's how I took the interview. And interviews like that don't need to be done. You feel me? And I'm not saying this in terms of like, you know, on Goodz part or Knowledge part. There's just certain interviews that it's like, if you clearly see somebody don't rock with you, you don't need it. You understand? Like, I know it's good to have the name attached to it and everything, but as y'all see from following this channel, I'm a person, I'm about principle first. So there's certain stuff that I'll see and I'll be like, yeah, this probably didn't need to be out, or this probably didn't even need to happen. Like, who wants to do an interview with a person has to be all tense and, not really rocking with the interview like that. You understand? Like, you don't see all these celebrity interviews, Mike Tyson and Robert Downey Jr. and all of them just getting up from the interview and smoking the interview and stuff like that. Like, go look up celebrity walks out of interview compilation. You'll find a whole bunch of videos of celebrities who are just uncomfortable with their interviewer. And you see what they do. They just get up and walk out like, I'm good. Like, you feel me? So, I felt like it was one of those situations where Goodz ain't really rock with knowledge like that. Now, in terms of the interview itself, I watched the interview. Now, it's so much to unpack with this whole thing because there's so many different ways to look at it, right? So, you look at Math Hoffa, right, in his current position in battle rap. He got my expert opinion, which is, one of the biggest, probably the biggest platform out right now in terms of just having a podcast and a platform for media and stuff like that, right? Got one of the biggest platforms in battle rap. He has knowledge on the show who, they have a certain rapport, right? At the same time, Math is still an active battle rapper. Like, he battled this year. You feel me? So, Math, even though he's an interviewer, he's still in that competitive mindset. So, when it comes to interviews and stuff like that, you do an interview with him. You do an interview with him. You got to keep in your back of your mind that this man still want to smoke you at some point. So when knowledge is interviewing people that might have a back and forth or whatever with Math, I think Math might expect him to have some sort of camaraderie or whatever because they're doing the other show together. And it's like, dog, everybody can't fight your battle rap battles for you. Like, you're the battle rapper. Like, if you're gonna, this is why I say, sometimes y'all niggas gotta pick a side, man. Y'all either gonna do the media thing or y'all gonna be battlers. If y'all are gonna be both, understand that everybody can't fight your battles for you. Like, what? I'm sitting there, right? Because I'm seeing people say, oh, knowledge ain't hold Math down, he ain't defend them, blah, blah, blah. What can knowledge say without it coming off as, oh, you're just saying that because that's your man's? Because y'all know how this battle rap game is. Y'all know how them comments get. Y'all know what people will say. People will say, yeah, Goodz said something about Math, but knowledge only responded because Math is his man's, because they do the show together. So, what really do you expect them to do? Like, when you conducting an interview, your job as an interviewer is to let the person that's talking, which is the artist, let them get their shit off with minimal interjection. Like, you can interject, I feel, if y'all have that type of rapport and, certain stuff like that. And you still should only interject at a minimal level on some, just probably expunging on the topic. But when you get to a point where you start jumping in and agreeing and disagreeing, then you're overstepping your boundaries in terms of media. You feel me? So at that point, what was knowledge supposed to do when Goodz was saying what he was saying about Math? I didn't see Goodz saying anything wrong about Math in terms of what's his personal outlook on Math. I didn't see nothing worth really that knowledge was supposed to jump at. Why? Because stay in your place as an interviewer. That's it. You feel me? Knowledge isn't running a podcast or something like that where it's we're all buddy and we're just having a conversation. It's an interview. You're asking questions. His opinion on certain stuff isn't warranted in this situation. So it's only so much that he can do in that space. But I feel like because of that, because of that particular aspect, Mav should have called Knowledge. If this is like real, you understand? If this is real, Mav should have called Knowledge. They should have got on the phone, chopped it up, and that just be that. And tell him, yo, I feel like you was wrong for this, that, and the third. Knowledge could have explained his point, and that'd have been it. But the problem with situations like this, if this is real, what Knowledge gonna do. We see Norb's got an untold truth coming, right? You think if Knowledge is getting the boot from my expert opinion, you don't think he gonna jump on camera and bear all? The next upload we see from Hip Hop is Real is gonna be 2 hours, 37 minutes, and 45 seconds of Knowledge detailing his time on that show and just telling us all the things that he felt was wrong, and now it's gonna be a big back and forth between Knowledge and Math. Like, get on the phone, man. You feel what I'm saying? This ain't that serious. You know what I mean? So, that's really just my thoughts on it. Like, I just think it's one of those situations. This is some Trump shit, to be honest with you. He's fired. You firing people on Twitter. Like, man, come on, yo. Like, come on. That's some BS, man. You feel me? But, and it's not me, taking sides or nothing like that. I just try to give y'all a unbiased and real perspective. Like, I'm not pro-math or anti-knowledge or anti-math and pro-knowledge. Like, you feel me? Like, this is just one of them situations where it's like, yo, like, come on, really? You got one of the biggest shows in battle rap. You firing one of the people who bring something to the show. Like, I can't imagine the show just being Math and Misfit. All right, nigga like me gotta be real. You know what? Knowledge might just be replaceable. In terms of, like, if you're looking for a third host, I do think, yeah, in terms of the show itself, in terms of the aesthetic, because, and see, this is what I'm saying. Knowledge don't interject too much in terms of the show. He interjects a little bit. Like, if you had to do it like Mario Kart, first place and shit like that, Math is first place, Misfit is second place, Knowledge is third place. Misfit every once in a while comes out, hit Math with the blue shell and gets in first place because she asks way better questions. You understand? More thought-provoking questions, more detailed questions. So, sometimes there be certain episodes where Misfit is, she gets that first place spot for me because she's just, asking more thought-provoking questions, But I do feel like in terms of, like, that show, yeah, I ain't gonna hold you. You can replace Knowledge. You feel me? Like, but if you started with somebody like that who also is part of another big platform, you kind of still want to keep that energy going because y'all can cross-promote each other and it helps build both brands. So you got Hip Hop is Real over here. You got Expert Opinion over here. You got My Dumb Advice over here. So it's like everybody can cross-promote and kind of, help each other grow. And it's like, if you're going to replace Knowledge, yeah, you're probably going to find somebody who's a much better host. But are they going to be somebody who adds value to it on the level of just numbers and metrics and being able to, have a platform outside of it where they cross-promote? Like, I don't know if you're going to want to have somebody who's like, it's an entertaining co-host, but you're doing all of the legwork for them. You're basically putting them on the platform. You're basically creating a career for them. It's almost like having a league. You understand? You're going to be putting the new talent on and giving them a platform to be seen. And then by the time if they leave, you may not lose nothing, but they done gained everything. And now they go off, they start their platform, and shit probably eventually be bigger than your shit. Like, you never know how stuff like that goes. You feel me? So, it's just one of them things where I feel like if you were going to give Knowledge the boot, probably should have been a phone combo before, but I get it. Battle rap is like the wild, wild west. Niggas just out here doing anything nowadays. You understand? Look at the bloggers that's around. Niggas just out here doing anything. So, in battle rap, you kind of could get away with doing anything. I mean, like I said, what Math just did was some Trump stuff. Like, that was just Trump be on Twitter. You're fired. You're fired. You fire this guy. He's being replaced by this guy. it's the wild, wild west around here. So, what really can you, say about the shit? So, I don't know, man. I don't know. Should Knowledge have been fired because of that? I don't know. But then Math said on Twitter that it was a whole bunch of other stuff that also influenced his decision. So I don't know what else been going on with Knowledge that he might have felt the type of way about. But, me personally, I don't feel like that was the way to handle it, especially that particular situation. That shouldn't have been what broke the camel's back. That shouldn't have been the straw that broke the camel's back. You get what I'm saying? So, shit, I want to see what Knowledge response is. You feel me? Like, I want to see what he has to say about the whole situation, if this is real. Because, like, I feel like, in terms of him getting the boot, if my expert opinion is on the verge of getting, like, a huge corporation deal or something like that, Knowledge is definitely going to film. This is almost some North shit right now. This is almost some North stuff. That's how funny that is. Like, that almost is like, yo, we about to get this big deal, and then somebody got to get the boot. You feel me? And so, Knowledge is on Twitter saying it's about greed and stuff like that. So, who knows, man? Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, what y'all think about this whole situation? Do y'all think Knowledge was wrong for not coming to Math's aid during the Goodz interview? Do y'all think Math should have fired him on Twitter? Let me know what y'all think about it, and I'll be at y'all soon, man. No Mercy, Trap New York shit, NoMercyTV.com. I'll at y'all. I'm out of here. Alright, so stop the presses. Y'all gonna see this at the end of the blog I just did, because in the midst of uploading the blog, I actually got a notification that Knowledge just dropped the blog on Hip Hop Is Real. You feel me? That was one of the funniest political I don't even know how to call it, because it's so hilarious. Like, when he said, maybe y'all should read between the lines. Read between the lines. Yo, that line had me fucking dying. You feel me? But, I don't know, man. Looking at, Knowledge, even like his body language and the way he explained in that interview, I don't know, man. This might be real, but then again, it might not. You feel what I'm saying? Or Knowledge might just be one of those people that, like, because he's like non-confrontational, he just like, don't really care, and it's just, fine with it. He gonna make a way. And that's one thing about being your own boss. Like, you lose one opportunity, there's gonna be others. So, who knows? He probably got a call immediately to go do some other business, or, whatever the case is. So, who knows, man? Who knows? Like, this whole situation is just, I'm pretty sure, like he said, Math probably gonna go live tonight and speak his piece, which Math always do, the night that some BS goes down. So, I'm definitely gonna be tuned into that. The funny thing is, the Math normally goes live while I'm outside going to handle business. So, I'll be tuned in while I'm, in my commute and stuff like that. But, yeah, man, this is gonna be funny. This is gonna be funny. You got Math, who, in terms of, like, this is officially Math Hoffa versus Knowledge to God. This is a media battle right now, right? Two once friends turned rivals. Like, it deserves its own trailer. You feel me? You got Math, who, in terms of media, I don't think he's gonna be so, like, aggressive and stuff like that with Knowledge. He's gonna speak his mind, and it be the way Math come off sometimes. It'd be like, yo, like, come on, you seriously, Math? Like, sometimes there's certain things where you could just, like, relax and just chill out. Like, you don't gotta take everything, I don't want to say so seriously, but, like, every little thing just, like, is triggering. You understand? I see people talking about loyalty. Like, y'all gotta understand, there's no loyalty in business. You feel me? Like, this shit is all smoke and mirrors. Like, how many people are not loyal but keep it together because they got a bag to get? You feel me? Like, I don't know why y'all be expecting, like, y'all expect loyalty between leagues and battlers and now media. Like, come on, man. First of all, if you got a good moral code, you're not gonna even care about quote unquote loyalty, because at the same thing, if at the same time, if y'all both got morals, y'all are going to be riding for the same cause off rip. You feel me? So it's like if you don't have morals, then that's where the difference is going to come in. You understand? So all that loyalty stuff is just like, really, there should be one way to be in terms of just being a stand-up individual as a whole and how people handle issues. But where that loyalty comes from, that loyalty word, it just comes from people not having the same moral compass and being willing to be compromised